Good feedback is the key to improvement. As the founder of Microsoft, Bill Gates, once said that we all need people who will give us feedback. After all, that's how we improve. Constant evaluation is the key to long-term personal and professional growth. Why? Because constructive feedback is essential for improvement. Even if it can feel a little awkward, the benefits you receive from gathering meaningful and tangible feedback far outweigh any short-term discomfort. And at Toastmasters, we facilitate a constructive feedback loop as an essential part of its education program. If you truly want to improve your speaking and leadership skills, you must learn how to receive as well as how to give helpful evaluations. Hello everyone, I'm Toastmaster Yash and I welcome you all to the day 4 of Division N Evaluation Marathon. Let me tell you all the flow and rules for this marathon. There will be a test speaker who will present their speech. Evaluators can make notes during that time. Once the speech is done, the Zoom master will send all the evaluators along with the Sergeant Arms 2 and the Timer 2 to the breakout room, where they'll get 5 minutes to complete their evaluation. While in the breakout room, contestants will keep the microphone and camera turned on and hands in the visibility range of camera and not use any other electronic devices. Once 5 minutes are over, timer shall indicate to stop writing immediately. The first contestant shall be moved to the main meeting room along with the timer after the 5 minutes are up. The remaining contestants shall keep their video and audio on throughout their presence in the breakout room. Their hands shall be in the visibility range at all times. After each evaluator will observe 1 minute of silence for the super evaluator to mark their feedback. After the last evaluator will observe 3 minutes for the super evaluator to complete their evaluation. Then we'll invite our super evaluator to present their feedback, and after that we'll proceed to certificate presentation. Speaking of super evaluator, our super evaluator for today is none other than Distinguished Toastmaster Manideep. Distinguished Toastmaster Manideep has been immersed in discovering himself in the world of Toastmasters for more than 9 years. He has helped charter 15 high-performance clubs in the divisions E, F, G, and H, served as club sponsor and mentor. As the area director during the term 2019-20, he has supported all active clubs in area E1 to achieve President Distinguished status and successfully led the first of a kind and the biggest PR event in our district. Distinguished Toastmaster Manideep has been awarded as the District Leader of the Year for his service as a Division Director in District 98 for the term 2020-2021. He played an instrumental role in chartering the world's first Telugu-only Toastmasters Club and served as a charter president, and also along with serving as the Division E Director. When he's not attending Toastmasters meeting, he loves to run marathons and lead expeditions to the Himalayas. He is a passionate advocate for saving lives from road accidents. He is an ardent believer of the philosophy to live and let live. Welcome you, Distinguished Toastmaster Manideep, to Division N Evaluation Marathon.
Thank you for the beautiful introduction, Yash.
Thank you so much. Now let's begin with our day 4 of the Division N Evaluation Marathon. Let's call our test speaker. The test speaker for today is Toastmaster Swapnil. Zoom Master, can we please spotlight Toastmaster Swapnil? Thank you. Toastmaster Swapnil, please have a quick audio and video check.
Am I audible and visible to everyone?
Yes, you're audible and visible. Are you able to see the timer cards on the screen?
Yes.
Are we good to go?
Yeah.
All right. Toastmaster Swapnil. Silent suffering. Silent suffering. Toastmaster Swapnil.
They say struggle is put in front of you, so you can become stronger. Obstacles are often faced by each one of us in our day-to-day life. Today, I want to talk about the struggles that nobody wants to talk about. the pain which is more personal to us. I want to utilize this platform for the discussion of topics like pain, hardship, suffering, and struggles that we hide from others and suffer all alone. I know it is hard out there. In fact, some of you might have experienced the exact thing I'm going to talk about. It's like having mountain in your way. Every time you go over it, there is always another. Yes, I'm talking about the speed breakers. Getting comfy in a bed, you fall asleep, and realizing you have to go to pee. Getting comfortable position in a bed, and you just forgot to switch off the light. When someone's enter in your room and leaves without closing the door properly. When your biscuit is bigger than the teacup. My friend Saloni, I've known her for 4 years now. Laughing, smiling always. Few days before her birthday, she called me, crying over the phone. She said an exact type quote. Swapnil, everybody keeps putting so much pressure on me. I don't know what I want for my birthday. She don't know what she wants for her birthday. I know this was going to be hard for me. I have been facing the biggest problem of my life. Today I want to share with you guys and relieve myself from the burden. I don't have charging part next to my bed. I might seem tough and cold up here. In fact, the only time I ever cried when I heard this poetry. You have to go so bad that you are in pain. Relief is the only thing that's on your mind. But wait, before you get your bladder drained, a toilet is the only thing that you must find. Actually, seclusion's all you need. A tree or shrub will hide you in a pinch, unless no one else do the deed. To find a place to go is quite a cinch. Relax, because you have earned your potty break. Now go until your bladder is out of pee. The effort not in vain, seems to me. Now I don't want to be that kind of person who comes with the problems only and don't have any solutions. Now, I know in this scenario, scientists and doctors were so much busy with Mr. Amitabh Bachchan developing the #1 ghadi detergent powder, zigzag toothbrush, and Colgate with the right amount of salt. So I did research by myself. I haven't slept for 3 days because that would be too long. You have to find a right motivation first. When life gives you life, you make a lemonade out of it. Not enough, because life forgot sugar. So keep sugar with yourself. Don't always look on the brighter side. Don't always look on the brighter side. Especially when there is eclipse. And you can never, ever, ever fail if you don't try. Shoot for the moon. Even if you miss, we'll float in the eternal darkness of the space. Because stars are further than the moon. Second, you could call on URL 1800.www.mystruggle@gmail.org/crying-out-loud emoji/dancing-lady-in-the-red emoji/punching-emoji.com. And last but not least, you could share with your family, friends, your kids. I will share with my kids. I don't have kids. I will have kids first. Then I will share with them. I know you've been through so much hardship, so much pain, so much suffering. Earlier, I used to suffer alone, but now I have formulas for you guys. Today, we can overcome this. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Swapnil. Now I request the Zoom master to send all the evaluators along with the Sajarams 2 and Timer 2 to the breakout room. Please notify once done.
The participants, along with the Sajadams 2 and Timer 2, please accept the request. Toastmaster Anjali. Yeah, moderator, I assure all the participants along with Sajadams and Timer are in the breakout room.
Thank you so much, Zoom master. Now I request the timers to start the timing for 5 minutes and notify once done. In the meantime, can we have Toastmaster Swapnil on stage for a quick interview and a certificate presentation, please?
Yep.
Hello, Toastmaster Swapnil.
Hello.
So Toastmaster Swapnil, as I got to know that you are a very new member at Toastmasters, so how is your experience at Toastmasters till now?
It is good. Everybody is supporting, and the mental is very good. So that's why I'm able to prepare so much good speeches so far.
Wonderful. Tell me one thing, Toastmaster Swapnil. Tell us something about your favorite hobbies.
I like to play chess. That is one of the favorite hobby.
Wonderful. Even I like to play chess. Just a quick chess question. What's your favorite piece and what's your favorite opening?
My favorite opening is Sicilian, and my favorite piece is horse knight. Sorry.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Swapnil. Here's your
Okay.
certificate of participation. Please accept it.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Swapnil. I request the timer to notify once the 5 minutes are up so that we can call upon the evaluators one by one. Thank you. Thank you, timer. I request the Zoom master to please call evaluator number 1, Toastmaster Nidhi, to the main meeting room. Evaluator number 1, Toastmaster Nidhi, please have a quick audio and video check.
Am I audible and visible, Toastmaster Yash?
Yes, you are perfectly audible and visible. Are you able to see the timer cards on the screen?
Yes, I can.
All right, we good to go?
Yeah, sure.
All right. Evaluator number 1, Toastmaster Nidhi. Toastmaster Nidhi, evaluator number 1.
Silent suffering. Well, these two terms gave me an idea that it must be a very sensitive topic to discuss. There might be stories of somebody in depression or somebody in frustration. But Toastmaster Swapni, you completely twisted it when you began your speech. I was wondering that what are you really talking about? You were talking about your title was Silent Suffering, so I expected the same. But the way you used your sarcasm and made your whole speech into very silent sufferings, which I felt was something else, but you really gave me a lot of laughter. I really loved the way you you made this humorous approach in your speech. You used intense, very extreme sarcasm. So that was a very plus point. I really loved it. And one more thing that I really loved about your speech was about those beautiful examples, those very funny examples, like when life gives you a lime, make it a lemonade. No, you got to have a sugar, right? So that was an example that I really liked. One more example that you gave was that you should always look at the brighter side, especially when it's eclipse. So these kind of punches that you used, those were very engaging and very connective. That was some these were sarcastic lines were used in such a way that you very easily grabbed my attention and maintained it throughout your speech. One more thing that I really liked about your speech delivery is your body language. Just like the way you used sarcasm in your speech title, similarly, the sarcasm was all over there in your body language. It was so intense, as if you were talking about a very serious topic. But the words which you were using, they were completely contradicting it. So that shows that how you used your sarcasm throughout your speech and maintained it. Now, coming towards the recommendation, I just have one recommendation for you, and that is to have some purpose. Throughout your speech, even though the content was very engaging, but I didn't understand that what your motive is. With the help of the speech, what do you want to express? So I will recommend you to please be precise about what message you want to give and present it at least in the conclusion part of your speech. So this was the only recommendation. So overall, I'll say that the language usage, your content is very creative. You're very creative about it. But just have some message for the audience and you'll be amazing with your speech. Thank you, and over to the moderator.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Nidhi. We'll now observe 1 minute of silence for the super evaluator to mark their feedback. Thank you, timer. Zumasa, please spotlight contestant number 2, Toastmaster Radhika. Toastmaster Radhika, please have a quick audio and video check of yours.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, you're perfectly audible and visible. Are you able to see the timer cards on the screen?
Let me check.
Okay, are we good to go?
Yeah.
Okay. Evaluator number 2, Toastmaster Radhika. Toastmaster Radhika, evaluator number 2.
First of all, good evening, everybody. And I would like to introduce myself. I am Toastmaster Radhika, just a new member of Toastmasters, and I'm here for learning new things and hopefully for my betterment. And I'm just a human being guiding another human being. So, Swapnil, I loved your effort, the way you, put up yourself and you came in front and like started your speech, and I love the way you started it. You most of the time used all the kind of poems, quotes and all, so that you can present it more beautifully. The first thing I loved was you stood up for you stood up for telling your story, and the second thing was you used your hand gestures, and it was kind of you are you into theaters or something? Felt like you were trying to express yourself like an actor or like a presenter. Like the way it was. You were very expressive, and that were the positive things from my side. And I will not call it negative. I will call it things you can work on, or the things which were not at this level this time, but it will be in the next time. The things were because you were standing, I guess, far away. Your voice was kind of echoing. If you were standing like that, you were away from the mic. The first thing is that. Second thing is sometimes you were over dramatic. You were expressing, but expressing it in a way that it was like getting into over dramatic thing. Third thing, pronunciation. Sometimes pronunciation was not up to the mark. It was good. You were trying your best, and it was good, but not up to the mark. You will improve gradually as you are in Toastmasters, and Toastmasters helps us in doing all the things as I'm also trying it. So, advice from my side will be, if you're standing far away from your device from which you are trying to speak, you should carry a mic, or you should carry Bluetooth headphones, earphones, so that you could be more clear to the audience. And practice diction. I have learned it from some people who are speakers that you should practice on diction. You should try tongue twisters, like how much would could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck would something. These are called as tongue twisters, which can help you in clearing out those diction or pronunciation mistakes when we use wrong words or use words properly, but we pronounce it in a wrong way, like sure, sir. We mostly get confused in those words. Try to pronounce clearly. Be natural. You are very expressive, and I like the way you present yourself. uh, be natural, don't be over dramatic. And lights, yeah, you were perfectly dressed up and you were in a formal getup. Just the light thing was dim, and you look as a stage lover. Just lights were a bit low. Thanks.
Thank
Conclusion
you so
was,
much. Yes, thank you so much, Toastmaster Radhika. Now we'll observe 1 minute of silence for the super evaluator to mark the ballots, to give them feedback. Sorry.
Yes, Toastmaster, yes, am I properly audible and visible?
Yes, sir. Just 1 second. Thank you so much, timer. Toastmaster Sakshi, please have a quick audio and video check of yours.
Yes, yes. Am I properly audible and visible?
Yes, you are perfectly audible and visible. And are you able to see the timer cards?
Yes, timer. Yes, yes. They are properly visible.
Are we good to go?
Yes, we
Okay.
can.
Evaluator number 3, Toastmaster Sakshi. Toastmaster Sakshi, evaluator number 3.
Okay. So, Toastmaster Swapnil, you have very good communication with the audience, but I think so. There were some. You have a proper clarity of the speech. You have a various tone variety. Your speed is also moderate. Your volume was also good. But when you are walking, I think so. There is a little bit missing of eye contact. This is one point which I wanted to give to you. That please maintain the eye contact. Please try to maintain a proper eye contact with with the audience, so that you can interact properly with them, and also you can get their responses also. Your comfort level with audience was awesome. Really, it was awesome. And the title of your speech, Silent Suffering, was somewhat aligning with the examples you have presented in your speech. The examples which you have presented in the speech, like speed breaker, which which was of switching off of a light and closing door, and making a life of and comparing your life with a lemonade in which there was no sugar, was also a very nice gesture of adding a humor to your speech. Okay, so this was some of the points. You have engaged the audience properly, but somewhat I wanted to give you some of my recommendations that you can improve little much into your content construction. Means at all the time you are talking about your sufferings, you are talking about your silent sufferings, but at last there is a sum of need of at last there was a need of optimism. Little optimism is always appreciated when we are listening, because as a human we normally tend to look the optimistic side in our life. And yes, I think so. You have taken 5 minutes to for your speech, but you can also take uh, time greater than that, and also you can add a little more optimism. Rest your whole speech was awesome, and you have nailed it out. Okay, thank you. Over to you, General Toastmaster. Yes.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Sakshi. Now we'll observe 1 minute of silence for the super evaluator to mark their feedback. Thank you, timer. Now I request Zoom Master to please spotlight evaluator 4, Toastmaster Anjali. Toastmaster Anjali, please have a quick audio and video check of yours.
Am I clearly audible and clearly visible?
Yes, you are perfectly audible and visible. Are you able to see the timer cards on screen?
Yes, I am.
Be good to go. Evaluator number 4, Toastmaster Anjali. Toastmaster Anjali, evaluator number 4.
First of all, congratulations, Swapnil, for delivering this speech and taking the topic suffering. I was like, when I heard the title of your speech, Silent Suffering, I was wondering what it was about. And then I really liked the way how you opened the speech with an anecdote telling about your friend and then giving us all the formulas and tips how to not deal it alone and share it with everyone and how you closed it. Secondly, the thing I liked about your speech was you stood up and delivered your speech, which is a very good effort. Not everyone does that. So kudos to that. Then how did you, like, I like the way how you described the problems and then you took the Colgate example, which was really great. Like you just related to Colgate and we could all relate with all. So you related your speech with a Colgate one. Excellent thing. Then you took the you described the phrase shoot for the moon. Amazing. You added humor with the kids part. I liked everything about it. How you told about the formulas and everything. The best part I liked about your whole speech was how you used the anecdote about your friend and then started your speech with it, and how the way you describe the website, it's like you did not just leave it alone, you properly told the whole website name without leaving anything like httpn.com also. So that was really great. Now there's always room for improvement, so I have some points of recommendations for you. First of all, when you were saying the phrase that shoot for the moon, so what you were like, what you could have improved in that is you could have come near the camera, close a bit, and say it in a more deep voice or more stronger voice or in a louder voice. So that could have attracted audience attentions more. So it could have been more impactful. So that is one point of recommendation. Secondly, I found out that you were moving too much from here to there, here to there, here to there. So that's a bit of distraction for the people. Like for me personally, I found out little distracted that continuously moving. So what I would like to say, speak something over here, stay for a longer time. Or if you were telling like 1, 2, 3 points of this, so you could have said one, coming near the camera, right? 1, 2, 3. So this would have made your speech more impactful. Thirdly, you ended your speech at green card. So maybe you could have taken one more anecdote or maybe one more point of formula or ended your conclusion a little more. So maybe you could have delivered it for more time and we would have been be able to hear more. So overall, you did great. Just some these point of recommendations, if you implement it, like using more proper stage, and you'll do better. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Anjali. Now we'll observe 3 minutes of silence for the super evaluator to mark their feedback. In the meantime, I request every evaluator to please turn on their cameras for certificate presentation. Thank you, Zoom Master. Thank you so much, evaluator number 1, Toastmaster Nidhi, for successfully participating in Division and Evaluation Marathon. Congratulations. Thank you so much, evaluator number 2, Toastmaster Radhika, for successfully participating in the Division and Evaluation Marathon. Thank you so much, evaluator number 3, Toastmaster Sakshi, for successfully participating in the Evaluation Marathon. Toastmaster, can we move? All right. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Anjali, for successfully participating in the Division and Evaluation Marathon. Thank you, Zoom Master. Timer, please notify once the 3 minutes are up. Thank you, Timer. Now I request the Zoom Master to please spotlight our super evaluator for today, distinguished Toastmaster Manidhi. Toastmaster Manidhi, the stage is all yours now. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Yash. And good evening to all my wonderful friends from Division N. I'm so happy to see you. I'll straight away jump into my evaluation with respect to how our evaluators have spoken today and how there's still scope for them to do a better job. Can anyone tell why do we evaluate? You can put in the chat box. Why do we evaluate? In the meantime, can I have a show of hands of the people? How many of you have seen or read the evaluation sheet, the contest evaluation sheet that's used by judges to mark the evaluation? Fantastic. Thank you very much. So I got a few responses for realization and improvement, to help the speaker become a better speaker, to motivate the speaker where he can work upon to become inspiring, to improve analytical skills. All of you are right. But why do we evaluate? We evaluate so that somebody who has already delivered a speech, he can learn something from your evaluation and he can imbibe those points of feedback that you give to him, and he can become a much better speaker than how he performed in his previous speech. Today I have listened to the evaluations from 4 of our wonderful evaluators. But before that, I want to generally tell the schema of the entire evaluation. So in an evaluation sheet, typically is divided into 4 categories. 40 points, that is 40% is allotted to analytical quality. How are you going to analyze? What are the points that you have observed? And 30% goes to recommendations. It's not just you analyze, but you will have to recommend how he can work on the analysis provided by you. And 15%, it goes to the technique. What is the kind of technique that you are going to use? And the final 15% goes to the summary, or we call it the summation. Whatever you have said so far, you need to summarize towards the end. And why is summary important? Because whatever you started the speech and whatever you ended the speech, ultimately, that is what is going to be remembered by the audience. So it is very important for you to summarize. And for us to critique a speech or provide a feedback, we need to know the structure of the speech. Do you all agree with me that every speech has opening, body, and conclusion? So that is the basic structure of the speech. And in the speech, in the opening, preferably ideally in the opening, was there a hook that was used, or did the speech open with a story, or did the speech open with a joke? And you can relate with your personal story. If you can relate or recollect an incident that happened to you that is similar to whatever the speaker has said, that analogy will be easily connected to the audience. So analogy is always important. And in the speech body, what is the speech focused on? What are the arguments used? What are the stories? What are the anecdotes? what is the primary objective of the speech? This is usually covered in a speech body. Are there any examples, or are there any statistics? Are there any metaphors? So this combines this entire metaphors, example, statistics. What is it focused on? Logic. That's one of the most important things. It's not just what we speak, but does it have a logic? We should always avoid logical fallacies. And we are going to see today if there are any logical fallacies in today's speech. And next comes the conclusion. In every speech, there is and there will always be a conclusion. What's a conclusion? Like the opening, the words, the body language, and everything is part and parcel of the conclusion. Was the conclusion concise? Was the conclusion memorable? And was it appropriate towards to whatever the rest of the speech? And was there a call to action? So this is with respect to the structure of the speech. Now we'll go ahead and we'll go in detail into the delivery aspect of the speech. We call it the delivery skills and techniques. And what are these delivery skills? It's a gigantic toolbox, delivery skills. And the best speakers know precisely when to use which kind of tool and for what purpose. So we look at the enthusiasm, we look at the type of the speech, whether it's informative or whether it's humorous, whether it's motivational, or were there any visual aids in the speech, or the usage of the the screen area, or in physical we call it stage area. Were there any gestures? Were there any hand gestures? Were there was there proper eye contact? Is the speaker looking at the camera or the speaker looking at the sideways? And the vocal variety, when to stress and when to pause. So that is extremely important. So the vocal variety, and in vocal variety there is a speech tone. These are all those things. There are so many elements that we can focus on. And next comes the language. Language in the sense, was the language appropriate to the audience? Did the speaker articulate his thoughts clearly? And were the sentences, whether they are short or whether they are too long? Was there any technical jargon used? For example, if we are giving a speech about artificial intelligence, if we have used terms called neural networks, can anybody understand? No, they won't understand. So we need to use that specific terms for everybody to understand. So that's with respect to the language. Then towards the end, you can say, how did the speech make you feel? Were you convinced about the speech? And would you want to listen to the speaker again? And was there any original ideas or techniques used by the speaker? Now, on these basis, now I'm going to evaluate all our evaluators today. First, I'll start with Nidhi. So Nidhi, you started with silent by reiterating the speech title, Silent Suffering. Before that, can I have Swapnil also here? So Swapnil, kudos to you, first of all, to have the courage to come in front of everybody and getting evaluated by 4 evaluators and me. So Nidhi, you started by reiterating the title of the speech. So when you're reiterating, you can reconnect, or probably you can think about an analogy. Did you ever felt the suffering in silence, or something that you can relate to the audience, or something that you can relate to yourself, to the speaker? And you said, and this applies to most of the evaluators today, you have given the points, but at the same time, we also need to tell them how to do it, where to do it, when to do it, how to do it. All of you have given excellent evaluations. So Nidhi, you said a lot of laughter. At what place Did you feel like laughing, or did you laugh? And that is very important. And then there's one point that you said you liked, that where the speaker Swapnil has used extreme sarcasm. And what is it that particular point that made you feel sarcastic? So we need to be specific about what we are saying, and we also speak in terms of what directly speaking to the speaker. We are not speaking to the audience. So evaluation is always specific. And you have also mentioned about funny examples. So what are those funny examples? What made you funny? What made you feel those examples were really funny? And you have mentioned about body language. So when, at what places was the body language appropriate? So is it through the entire speech, or is it only at the particular place where he was talking to his friend over the phone? Is it only at the place, or is it entire? And recommendations, it's a beautiful point. You said the speaker, Swapnil, needs to work on the purpose of the speech. However, we can still go ahead and tell them how he can imbibe that purpose, how he can do it. And how he can do it, so we can tell the speaker, so Swapnil, so far you have shared the story in several points. So initially you started with by sharing about the obstacles that are faced by you and the obstacles that are faced by everybody, and then you have shared about your story. Then instead of adding the stories from your friends or putting together random stories, you could have shared a story where you are feeling low and what are the challenges that you have faced and how did you face those challenges and how did you overcome those challenges. So there is something called causal and effect relationship. Yeah. Something will obviously be caused by something, and how will that something affect you, and how did you overcome that something. So this is the generic structure. So for everything we need to, for every speech, yeah, even I also did not understand the purpose of this speech. For most part of the speech, the audio was not clear. So Nidhi, you said the content is creative for the speech. So at what part did you feel the content is creative? So we need to be specific. Every point, if we say something, we also need to specify what is it and how did you feel about that particular point. And that's all with respect to your evaluation. Now moving on to Radhika. So Radhika, you spent 15 seconds introducing your during the introduction, telling people about your name and why you are here today. However, you can simply jump right into the evaluation by greeting the speaker himself, because during an evaluation, it's only you and the test speaker and nobody else. And you also said you love the way how the speaker started. So how did he start? So because once the speaker finishes speaking, trust me, most of the audience, unless and until that's something powerful, most of the audience tends to forget the beginning of the speech or the body of the speech, unless somebody keenly listens to each and every part of the speech. So that's why it's always important to reiterate what the speaker has said. Reiteration does not mean that we have to read exactly word to word the entire sentence. What is it that one or two phrases that you liked and that made you hooked to the speech. You said you like the quotes. What quotes? And you also mentioned a good point, saying that the speaker stood up while delivering the speech. And how does standing up help? So we need to give that specific evaluation, because these days most of us sit on a chair and glued to the computer, and in a way, standing up makes the audience feel that we are in a physical environment. Our body movement will be free, and it's not restricted to limited space. So we can say things in a specific manner. You also said the speaker is very expressive. So what do you mean by being expressive? Because in a speech or in any speech, so we need to be expressive. Only when we are expressive, speech always stands out. So we need to be specific. And recommendations, you said voice is muffled. That's a good point, because standing far from the mic, his voice is muffled. So this is specific point, because he's standing far from the mic, his voice is muffled. Then you said over dramatic. At what places is over dramatic? Is it during talking to his friend on the phone, or the stories that he narrated, especially the shooting for the moon, or at what places is it over dramatic? And pronunciations, you said not up to the mark. What are the specific words where you felt the pronunciation was not good? Because unless and until we give specific feedback, speaker will never be able to know or understand how or what he can do to improvise next time. And you summarized, you had few points, because again, whatever the summary you said is slightly different from the points that you mentioned. Always, we need to always remember, summary should always come from whatever we spoke in the initial few lines, either in the recommendations or either in the feedback. And moving to Sakshi. So Sakshi, you said variety of various, he has used various tones. So what are the kind of tones that he has used? So that is important. You said missing eye contact. And you said missing eye contact is negative. So Sakshi, one thing that I noticed in your speech, you are slightly moving from positives to recommendations and back. So we need to always delineate between positives and recommendations. First, we always start with positives. We call it commend, and then recommend, and then towards the end we can go for commendations or summarize towards the end. So always, whatever the points that we want to say, initially we start with the positives, then recommendations, and then summarize. So I did not understand why, missing eye contact, because sometimes when he's talking on phone, he has to look down or he has to look sideways, because the speaker, because that adds a lot of natural feel. And the comfort level. So in virtual environment, it's slightly difficult to say or to gauge the comfort level of the speaker. So you said comfort level is awesome. Why is it awesome? You also mentioned about the title of the speech. You also said that the speed breaker. So what is it, that particular aspect of the speed breaker that you liked about the speech? Did you encounter any speed breakers in your life? So always relate to the personal incidents. And then you said the speaker added humor, especially at the lemonade part. So why do you think you like that particular phrase? And he was engaged. He's engaging the audience. So how did the speaker engage the audience? So that how, why, and when part that was missing. And recommendations, you said optimism is needed at the end. I may have a slightly alternate perspective. It is not necessary that a speech always needs to have a positive ending. Ultimately, it's up to the speaker. So our job as an evaluator is to evaluate only based on the content that the speaker has spoken, and we cannot change the content. We can only suggest the improvements in the speech. So you also mentioned that about the timing part. So ideally, our job is not to think about the timing. I saw two evaluators mentioned about timing. So let us forget about timing. Our job is only to evaluate the speech content and not the timing part. Timer, can I take 2 more minutes to conclude? Yeah, thanks, Yash. Yeah. And coming to Anjali, you said you liked the opening, and then you jumped into the point of speaker saying the story of his friend. So I was not able to relate to this particular 2 points. So because the opening is slightly different, and then the speaker sharing his friend's story, that those 2 are different things. And you also appreciated the speaker saying that he stood up and delivered the speech. So in your 3rd point, you mentioned about how the speaker described the problems. You said you liked it. So what are those problems that the speaker has shared? What the problems that those were the problems that were shared by the speaker, or were the problems shared by the speaker's friend? So what are those problems? So and why did you like the way that the speaker has shared those problems? And you also mentioned about the word Colgate that was used by the speaker. So why did you like it? And you mentioned about humor in kids' part. And you said the best part was the anecdotes. Why are the anecdotes the best part of the speech? So, and you also said, mentioning the full name of the website, and said that's one of the things that you liked. So these are some things that you can work upon. And you also gave good recommendations as to, I really liked your point, especially when you said when you're shooting for the moon, you can shooting for the moon, or you can go close to the camera and then slowly come back, because ultimately we know for the fact that we can't shoot for the moon. So at least we'll travel certain distance. Yeah. And this is another good point that you mentioned, that the speaker is moving too much. Yeah. And you also said about the green card. We usually don't put too much emphasis or focus on the timing aspect, because only timers and the judges takes care of that. Our job as evaluator to evaluate only the content shared by the speaker. So overall, all 4 of you have done a fantastic job. However, if I have to tell you 5 things, we always need to be clear about what we are sharing with the speaker. Whatever we share, it is going to benefit the speaker. It's very important. And why we are sharing it. There may be 100 points that you may have noted. I have noted around 20-25 points, but which point, if I share, can add much better value to the speaker. Remember, there will also be other contestants. what are the points that the other contestants may not share and only I can share. To understand what are those points, you need to listen so keenly and carefully to each and every phrase. So that's where active listening is very important. And where do you need to say those points? Either during the commendations time or the recommendations time, you need to carefully assess. So, and even while you're sharing the points during the commendation, say the point that you're most confident about in the first 1 or 2 statements. If you are so confident about particular statement today, in the commendation part, if I have to say, my first point would be, I really loved the way you stood up and delivered your speech for most part of the for the most duration. However, it's not just standing up and delivering a speech, but it should also be clear and visible. It should also be clear and audible. So that is important. So that is a recommendation. Because it's not just about standing up and just clearly getting putting us across to the audience. So audience should also be able to hear. A better speaker or a better microphone, something will help you overcome that. So we always need to be specific. And coming to 4th point, when we are saying about the commendations, we call it how. How can the speaker improve? If he focuses on this particular aspect, how can the speaker improve if he focuses on this particular aspect? And the last point, we need to always summarize, and the summary should not be different from these 4 points. Summary should always be from these points. What are the main points? We may have said 4 points or 5 points in the commendations or recommendations, but we can pick the best out of those 2 each. 2 from commendations or 3 or whatever you feel you are comfortable with based on the time given to you. And that's all from my side. I wish each one of you all the best. And thank you, Yash, Deepalika, and the entire team for giving me another opportunity.
Thank you so much, distinguished Toastmaster Manidhi, for your wonderful insights. I'm sure that these insights will help all of us to be a better evaluator and as well as a better speaker also. Now the room is open for 2 minutes for a quick Q&A. So if any one of you has any questions, feel free to unmute yourself and ask to our super evaluator for today. Alright, so I think, distinguished Toastmaster Manidhi, you were to the point with your super evaluators feedback and cleared all the doubts of our members and our evaluators as well. So thank you so much again, distinguished Toastmaster Manidhi, for being the super evaluator for today. And now I request our Division N Director, Toastmaster Deepalika, to come on stage and felicitate all our role players for today, as well as the super evaluator. Over to you, Deepalika.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Yash. With each passing day, I'm learning more and more on how to be better in evaluations. Thank you, Zoom Master, for sharing your screen. Can we go to the certificates, please? Our super evaluator for the day, distinguished Toastmaster Manidhi, thank you for gracing us with your presence and giving us a detailed giving us all the detailed pointers about how can we improve upon our evaluations. I'm sure everybody of us will be getting some benefits from all the feedback that you have given. Thank you so much for coming up. The next is our Sergeant Toastmaster Sakshi Bhuval. Thank you for opening on a very cheery and on a very bright note. And laying down the ground rules. Thank you, Sakshi. Our next Sergeant at Arms was Toastmaster Saili. Thank you, Toastmaster Saili, for being there in the breakout room, helping our evaluators, maintaining the calm and being patient for their turn. We have our timer for the day, Toastmaster Ria. Thank you for keeping us on time, letting us know the green card and all the different cards. Thank you so much for keeping everybody on time. Our next timer was Toastmaster Rafi. Thank you for being the backup there and helping us note the timings for each and every evaluator as well as timing the super evaluator. Thank you so much. Our moderator for the day, Toastmaster Yash. Thank you for conducting the whole evaluation marathon very smoothly, and thank you for letting us know everything that we require during the evaluation marathon. Our Zoom master, Toastmaster Gunjan. Thank you for being there at the back, handling everything, spotlighting everybody, being quick. Thank you so much, Gunjan. Our evaluators for the day, Toastmaster Nidhi, Radhika, Sakshi, and I am not able to find the other evaluator, Anjali. Thank you, the test speaker, Toastmaster Swapnil. We really enjoyed the speech. There were some punches in between that really got my attention. Thank you so much for being there. And our audience, thank you for being there throughout the whole evaluation marathon, throughout these 4 days. I hope we are learning with every step. We have our final day, the last day of our marathon tomorrow at the same time with different set of evaluators, a different super evaluator, and many more learnings to come on our way. Thank you so much. Please to join us tomorrow as well. Over to you, moderator Toastmaster Yash.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Dipalika. And once again, thank you so much to our super evaluator. I hope that you all enjoyed today's session and had a great learning experience. Do join us tomorrow for the last day of our evaluation marathon, where we have another set of evaluators and along with another seasoned Toastmaster. Now, when I Toastmaster Yash, take your leave. See you all tomorrow. And now hand over the stage back to our Sergeant at Arms, Toastmaster Sakshi, to officially close today's meeting. Over to you, Sakshi.
I hope you all enjoyed today's session and had a great learning experience. And now I declare the meeting as closed. Thank you for joining.